New tonight, she is the longest-serving county executive in Dane County's history, and today is her last full day on the job. News 3's Mark Lovicott sat down with outgoing county executive Kathleen Falk with a candid look at her 14 years in office.
I have given this job my all.
It was October 4th of last year when a seemingly normal press conference turned into quite the shock for Dane County. Kathleen Falk was stepping down as county executive.
Take us back to October last year when you made this announcement. It was, for many people, a shocking announcement.
Well, I've given my all for 14 years and, have served longer than any other county executive here. And I thought that as I turned 60, I have one more mountain to climb, one more chapter to try to change the world, and I needed to go out and find what that is.
What made you decide to seek out this office?
Well, I was a normal human being until 15 years ago. And in my private life, I have this wonderful son who's the light of my life and now 30, and raised him in a neighborhood where, unlike us, a lot of kids had nothing, and got very frustrated with the welfare system and wanted to change it.
From there, Falk was responsible for sweeping changes within county government for the following 14 years, from family and welfare issues with her early childhood initiatives to land use projects, controlling spending in our criminal justice system and the jail, to the environment, including a phosphate fertilizer ban, and what she considers one of her most proudest moments, cow power.
Why was that so important to you?
Our dairy farms here are small dairy farms, very productive dairy farms. They are a $750 million part of our local economy. And our dairy farms want to grow. And the big problem in keeping them from growing is how to get rid of their manure. So I thought, here we can grow our dairy farms, we can clean up our lakes, we can provide good paying jobs, and we can produce green electricity if we build a manure digesters.
Can we talk about any moments, Kathleen, over the last 14 years where you thought, boy, I wish we would have done something better, or I wish we would have been different about our approach, or this didn't work?
I think that every day.
Do you?
I think that every day, and I hope the next county executive does.
One of the most critical times in Falk's tenure dealt with a mishandled 911 call from murdered Brittany Zimmerman back in 2008. It was later determined human error was the reason why police weren't dispatched to her apartment. But 3 years later, Falk says she's proud to say Dane County has an award-winning 911 center. But it doesn't make what happened in 2008 any easier.
It had to be a very difficult time for you in your role as county executive, was it?
Yes,
yeah.
It's always difficult when a tragedy happens. The tornado that came through Stoughton and cost a life. Those blizzards, those are the kinds of everyday public safety challenges that you work your hardest 364 days of the year so that one day when that unexpected happens, you're the best prepared you can be.
What's next for Kathleen Falk? What's next on your plate?
Well, the first thing is a bike ride.
Mm-hmm. Tell us about that.
I've had a 24/7 job for 14 years, and so I am going to abandon, I hope, 2 blackberries that are tied to my hip 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, to do a long bicycle ride with my husband to go visit our son.
Excellent.
From Florida to New York. So that's the plan.
What made you decide you wanted to do this?
I've worked every day of my life since I was 14. So I need a small break so I can go up and find that next mountain to climb.
That will be quite the 1,600-mile bike ride. So what that next mountain is, Falk says even she does not know what that is. You might remember she ran for Attorney General one time and also for governor. And when asked if she would seek political office again in the future, she simply says she will never rule it out. Whatever Falk does, she says it will involve her love for the community, for children and families, and the environment. She says she will use those core values to find and climb that next mountain.
That is a monster bike ride.
Monster bike ride.
But she and Mayor Cheslevich, you just sense you haven't heard the last of them.
I don't think so. For those two people, they've brought a lot to the community. They've been a part of this community for a very long time. It's the end of an era, but a lot of us have been saying, I don't think we've seen the last of those two.
All right, News 3's Mark Lovicott. Mark, thank you very much.
You bet.